All right, guys, welcome to the Off the Bench podcast. I am Frank Euphemia. I got Benzack Cooper in the studio with me today.
What's going on, Cooper?
What's up? All right, so you've been with us a short period of time, but you've been in insurance for how long?
I'm about 3.5, going on 4 years.
3.5, 4 years. So if you had to compare everything from comp to leads to culture to systems to training, would you say we're better, worse, the best that you've seen, the worst? I don't know. Like, how would you describe the difference in where you came from to where you are now?
From my personal experience, I would say it's night and day.
Okay.
I did the grind of working 60, 80 hours a week, working as hard as I can just to make a check, a lot of bait and switch. It wasn't really direct. So it was a lot of, tiptoeing around everything just to try to make the sale.
Okay.
Walking the fine line, as some may call it. But, now that I came over here, it's just a lot easier. It's a lot easier to make the money. You actually see the money.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy, which goes to the comp. But, it's just night and day, all in all.
Dude, that's awesome. And so a lot of folks, and our goal is to reach as many people as we can, because I've been doing this for 12 years. I was at a company before Family First Life started, and I know what it was like there, and I know what it's like here, and I'm going like, there are a lot of people that were where I was at, and I was working, and some would say I was successful, but I didn't have anything left over, like barely, right? So my mindset was jacked because I was very untrusting, if you will, and I was told that this was the only place you could do it. We were the only one that had leads. We were the only one that had training. You can't do this without us. A lot of people are going through that or have been through that, and their mindset's jacked up. When I talked to you for the very first time, you were like, yeah, man, I was just kind of like worn out, mentally drained. So you was like, I needed to take a minute to get my mind right. Can you talk a little bit about that, what you did to get your mind right and the difference that you feel now? Because you're grinding still. You're still working as hard, but your results are so much better. It seems like you're just happy. You're happier, right? I mean, that's just the easiest, best way I could put it, right?
Working smarter now.
Okay.
I feel like I was extremely burnt out. Like, even it took me a while before I actually made a full transition to come over here and start working. Because I just worked so much. Me and my team just pushed for that carrot that was dangling over your head that you never could attain that goal that was felt like it was right there. You just never could get it. And then when I switched over here, I just felt like I couldn't do anything anymore. So I just needed to recharge the battery. Now that I got that recharged, it's go time.
I see that after your first month. So do you think a lot of people were where you were at, but then also because when you said that to me, I was like, damn, that's sad. Because it's like, you ever seen that commercial where the guy's holding a dollar bill and she's
quicker than that.
Yeah. Right? Or you see the dog races where they got the rabbit in front of the dog and they're just chasing that rabbit and they're never going to catch it. If you truly felt that way, that's pretty sad, because business shouldn't be that way. And this industry definitely shouldn't be that way. How did you get over that? Because that's I guess somewhat of a trust issue, somewhat of a general mindset issue, right?
Yep. You're absolutely right. I probably wasn't the best producer or manager over there, but I know I was pretty good.
Okay.
A lot better than most, and nationally ranked when I was there actually last year. But when it came to that carrot that was dangling above your head, it was kind of it was just tiring trying to reach it.
Right.
So when I got over here, I know my lady, my parents, they told me, you like what you do, just keep doing it. Just find another way to do it that works a little better for you. So then when I came over here, just clicked.
Yeah. Do you do anything, like, do you listen to podcasts? Do you read? How do you keep your mind right?
So I do, music is the biggest thing for me. Music, pretty much keeps my mind right. I can kind of switch it to whatever I'm feeling that day. But podcasts, reading has been pretty big as of recently. I do a lot of audibles. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm always in the car. So
right.
if I can, if I can get a little reading in while driving or doing whatever I need to do, I do that.
Sure. And what about perspective? So for me, I'm a big believer in perspective, and that people really tend to take the wrong perspective on most things. What was your did you hear about us before you came here?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I heard I heard what not to do.
Okay.
Go to Family First, they do this, it's all lies. The comp is not real. You can't get this. And then after I saw the first check, I was like, well, they lied for sure. They definitely had me going there for a while. But a lot of agents are in the same boat.
Sure.
They get talked to, they get told the exact same thing. And now a lot of us are actually making the transition and seeing for ourselves.
Right.
Which is not a lie at all. That comp is real.
Well, and so when that happens, like if I'm working with you and you're my mentor, manager, whatever you want to call it, I'm hoping that you looking out for me because that's your job, right?
Right.
So if I'm telling you, or you're telling me something for so long, and then I find out what you're telling me is not true, how did that make you? Like, I would be aggravated. Were you mad?
I was. I was mad, and it makes you look like it makes people who would trust you not trust you as much, or to look at you kind of funny.
Right.
Like, oh, well, he actually told me all of this good stuff. Maybe he lied to me as well.
Sure.
So, once I found out the truth and I actually did move and I let my people know, it was a no-brainer to move with me.
No doubt. No, are there a lot more people that are still in that boat?
A whole lot more people that need to get reached out to.
Yeah.
So, if you're a captive agent, or the camera right here, if you're a captive agent and you want to make that move, don't think twice. Just do it.
Call Benzack. What's your number?
Call me, 314-503-3979. I'll even give you my other phone, but not right now.
He got two phones. Ron dials two phones too. He's like, because I can dial twice as fast with two phones. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, not that complicated. So I think we have a life raft for people. And I don't know if we scream it enough, but we were doing the numbers in the office and you were like, here's what I did last year. Here's what I made. And I was like, wow. And where you're at comp wise here, I was like, this is what it's 60% higher.
Yep.
That's mind boggling. And when you're talking, like, that's a lot. I'm sorry. Any way you slice it, it's a lot.
I feel like I left a lot of stuff on the table.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So what are some of the things they would say? I mean, I've heard some of them, but like, can you tell, like, did they talk about leads? What do they, What do they say?
It's a lead company. They're just selling you the leads. The comp isn't real. You get a lot of chargebacks. It was a lot of different things like that. But mostly it all came down to the comp because they didn't really want you to know that 50, 60% comp that you had
wasn't good.
It wasn't good. So they wanted you to just keep thinking, man, you're on 60%. That 60% is different because you get the residuals, and you go over there, you don't get the residuals.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Trust me, I know. I seen it.
Right?
I seen the papers.
Man, I love that. And it frustrates the hell out of me. I feel it's like, when you got someone that's in an abusive relationship and the spouse is just like sheltering them and not letting them talk to people. I'm going like, that's how I feel about this. And when this company started, it wasn't, none of us, there was 9 of us here in the beginning, and Sean was running, Sean's always been in charge, but if you ask him, he definitely didn't expect it to get to this.
Right.
Because he kept going, dude, they're all going to change the way they do it, because if they don't, they're all going to come work with us. Bro, we're 9 years in almost, and none of them has changed the way they do it. How crazy is that?
It sounds crazy because just to even think where I was, and let's say trying to go back to that, I'd be a fool to do it.
Right.
I wouldn't even think about it twice.
No, because you understand business, and numbers are numbers.
Numbers are numbers, and they don't lie.
They don't lie. That's one thing. That's why I was like, how can you go the comp's not true? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm sorry, if we were doing something like that, we wouldn't be around. If we were promising you one thing and everybody came in, we promised them the same thing and didn't give it to anybody, nobody would be here.
Correct.
So that might have worked for the first 2-3 months, but we love those guys. I thank them because they drive a lot of people here by them going, don't look at that company. It's like the kid, don't touch that. It's hot.
Yep.
What's the kid do?
Touch it anyway.
Touches it anyway. That's
also,
what they do here.
Also let you know, if you do go, you're just going to come right back. I can't even fathom that idea. I'm definitely not going back.
No, you're going forward. You'd be going backwards if you went back, and that's the challenge,
sure.
right? And this just isn't that complicated. And especially when you're not, you got to feel better about yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. Feel better. I got more time to do what I want to do. Still making more money than what I was making. And, I mean, I'm getting that family time. I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Raising your daughter.
Raising my daughter, working. Like the first year that when she was first born, I was working so much that I wasn't really there.
Right.
Makes me feel bad. Of course, makes my family feel terrible. But,
sure.
Now it feels good to know that I'm at gymnastics every Tuesday.
Right.
Faithfully, even though they don't do anything.
That's all right.
But
she knows you're there.
She know I'm there.
The guy that hired me in this business, the company I came from had meetings after meetings, right? And if you were invited to a meeting, you had to go. So, like, they invited me to a meeting, which was in North Carolina, by the way, 9 hours from where I was at. I couldn't fly because I was broke. It was on my daughter's birthday, and I declined the invite, thankfully. I go, thank you for the invite. I politely declined. The guy called me, goes, are you crazy? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you declined. I was like, it's my daughter's birthday. He goes, she'll have another one next year. From that moment on, I never listened to nothing he said, ever. So, like, people don't understand how important, like, I think every guy should have a little baby girl because that'll teach us some stuff.
Yeah.
But, dude, you don't want to miss any of that. Whether she's not doing anything or she's in the Olympics, like, you don't want to miss any of it. It's your child. So, dude, I love this. This is awesome. So what do we got to do to help these people get out of there? They're essentially brainwashed. Because all we need is like a little bit of room for them to let us show them the truth, and we can help them. But what was it that did it for you? Like, how did you start to listen to people that were doing this?
So I talked to two different people, and they told me about it, and they kept telling me about it for over a year, and I was like, whatever. And it was cool because I was making decent money, or
right.
so I thought I was.
Sure.
But to be honest, all you gotta do is ride along with somebody. If you have any type of doubt, if you're thinking, it's not how they say it is, just ride along. Hop on Zoom, watch me work. You'll see. And once you see it, then you'll come.
Okay. That's a challenge. We got to get people in the car with you because, that drives me crazy. The fact that, and you have to feel better, too, about the leads.
Yep.
Where you're not calling someone going, hey, I'm going to come show you the air condition you said that was broken. Then when I get there, I go, hey, you need a new car.
Yep.
Right? That's essentially what y'all did. That's got to get it. I'm serious, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's probably why you were so exhausted because you're deep down inside right and wrong, and it's just not right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do that as well because you're exactly right. It was just like that each and every time. Every time you're talking to somebody, hey, come on out there and go over this child safety kit with you. And then I'm giving you insurance that you didn't ask for.
Dude, I love it. I absolutely do. So what is your goal? So we already talked about your production goal. You want to be Hall of Fame by August, right?
Right.
And
at least
you're going to save those people. As many as you can, right? From that company, from all these companies.
Try to save as many people as I can in total just so they can come over and do exactly what I did. And also I want my team to be the biggest and baddest team in FFL. So I'm trying to see who I need to challenge, who I need to come talk to, because I want to do a little bit more talking.
I don't know, like, if there's many people that would talk. I mean, you're not a small dude. I mean, so you need either somebody that's your size or just crazy. We got both, by the way. Yeah. There's a guy, Dan, in Washington, the West Coast, Dan Grunberg. He's tremendous. He's like huge, but he's a great dude. But there's 4815 is the group down in PG County, Maryland. They'll love that because honestly, like, it's a competition, right? And I always tell the kids I coach, like, football's we don't want to lose. Losing sucks, by the way. Anybody told you it's not about winning has never won. And life's a competition. The better you are at what you do, the more money you make, right? That's a fair statement. So when you get somebody that you're battling with in a fun kind of way, right? It doesn't have to be any animosity. Like if I tell you I'm gonna beat you, and if I don't, I'll shave my head. Whatever it is, like that makes it more enjoyable, right?
For sure. Well, I don't got to worry about shaving my head because I got that part.
This is true.
Got that part down packed, but yeah, I'm definitely willing to see who's up for the challenge.
Right.
2 against 1, whatever that y'all want to do.
Yo, you like to gamble?
I do. I'm a gambler man.
You're a gambler man. All right. So how about this? If y'all want to get in this, reach out to me or reach out to Benzack. I've got odds on Benzack right now that he'll outright you it's February. Let's go March because we're a couple weeks or a couple days away from March. Competitions for March. You want to put any up? We ain't gonna put a number online, but you put up something, they put up something, I match it.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. All right, so email me or call me 443-790-9341 or call Benzack, text me, text him. You want in on this competition, let me know. But the one rule is y'all gotta talk smack the whole time, the whole month. Like I that's what I want to see.
Whole month on the groups.
That's right.
I'm 314-503-3979. You want to reach out to me? We could do it.
All right, let's go.
I love it.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming in today.
No doubt.
Guys, thanks for hopping on. Please like, subscribe, comment, share our page. We greatly appreciate you. Until next time, make it a big week.